Hello everyone, I'm Kelly Doro. Thank you for joining me. Today we are talking about core stability and abdominal bracing. So this is a key concept, kind of a foundational concept for balance training and improving our balance. And we're going to do a whole series on this is core stability and abdominal bracing 101, and then we'll do some other videos on some exercises that we can incorporate into our daily routine, into our weekly routine to help us improve our stability. And therefore improve our balance. So what you will need is just, I'm gonna sit down today. You're welcome to stand or you can sit down. You can join me in a chair. So that's all you'll need. And if you need to grab a chair, go ahead and grab one and then come on back and we'll get started. Okay, core stability 101. So we're talking about, this is different than core strength. So core strength is kind of what the muscles that allow us to do, 1,000 crunches or whatever, sit-ups or whatever. But core stability is really what helps us with our balance. It's the muscles around our spinal area and our torso that really give us the stability and therefore the balance to help us in preventing falls or even to help us if we start a fall, to be able to pull back up and to maintain that balance. So they're really important muscles and not ones that we have focused on with better balance. You may have seen some of these exercises before. Some of them you might see in yoga in particular or other exercise programs. But we're going to do a series, so we're going to do a number of different exercises. Today, however, we're going to talk about abdominal bracing. Okay, so obviously, when I talk about the core area, I mean the abdominal area, the area around the spine, through the back. Okay, so abdominal bracing is something that you'll hear me talk about in these videos. And I'm going to imagine, this is a lovely thought, imagine that someone's going to come up and pop you in the stomach, right? Okay, so what do you do before something or someone, hopefully not someone, but something hits you in the stomach is you kind of pull everything in together, right? That's the basic idea of abdominal bracing. So we're going to work through this kind of step by step of some things we can do to start to find these muscles and to start to find this stability, okay? So what I want us to do, we're going to sit up nice and tall in the chair, okay? We're not arching our lower back. We're not slouching back. We're sitting up nice and tall. So you may need to pull the belly button forward to make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall. Pull that string all the way up. I like to imagine that there's a string that goes from the chair up through my spine, up through the top of my head. Okay, so we've got a nice tall posture here when we're sitting down. Now we're going to imagine, so here's our front body. When I talk about our front body, I'm thinking about everything in the torso, the core area that's on the front of the body. Everything the back body is the back of the body, okay? Pretty straightforward. So we're going to think about pulling our front body in toward our back body. So there are a few things that we can do to help us do that. One thing is to think about pulling the belly button in toward the spine, okay? So if we think about pulling the belly button in toward the spine, that's starting to activate through the front body to pull those muscles in. Okay, another thing we can think about is really just pulling this entire belly area in toward the spine. Sometimes adding a breath helps me with this. So sometimes I breathe out when I'm doing this. Okay, so we're pulling, so let's do that together. We're sitting up nice and tall. Let's pull the belly area in toward the back body. Okay, so we're pulling the front body in toward the back body. Good. So all of these muscles through here are starting to engage. Beautiful. Okay. And keep breathing. That's the hardest part about this whole thing is keep breathing. All right. Now what I want us to think about is to pull the sides in. So we're going to pull the sides in toward the spinal area as well. So everything is just like everything is kind of coming in toward the spine and giving our spine just a nice big hug, a nice big abdominal hug. Okay. Good. So we've got our front body pulled in. We've got our side body. I don't know how to say that. Both sides of our body are pulling in. Good. We're nice and tight through the core, through the abdominal area. So that's abdominal bracing. Okay, relax that. So we've just done a lot of pulling everything in together. We're going to practice that a few times. And then as you watch the core videos going forward, I will talk about abdominal bracing before or as we're going through these exercises, and this will be a key part. Okay, so this is an important thing to at least start to get our minds around. All right, so that's why I want to go over this separately. So here we go. We're going to do it again. We're sitting up nice and tall. Good. Now let's breathe in, and then we're going to pull the front body in. Pull the sides in, everything's in nice and tight. We're still pulling up nice and tall. We're gonna hold it in and hold, and release. Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's try it 3 more times. All right, let's take a nice big inhale through the nose. And then we pull it all in together. Pull the front body in, pull the sides of the body in. Nice and strong around the spinal area. Through the torso. Good. Finding that strength, finding that stability, mainly the stability to help us in our balance and our posture and our stability overall. Good. All right, release it. All right, I think we have 2 more left. Here we go. Nice big breath. And here we go. We're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to brace in. So we're going to pull everything in nice and tight. Good. And let's hold it here. Take a breath. While those muscles are nice and strong, contracted, and then release. Good. Okay, 1 more. Here we go. Big breath in. And then we're going to brace everything in through the core, through the abdomen. I was trying to say abdominal and abdomen at the same time. You know what I mean. Through the core area, through the abdomen. Good. Good, good, good. And release. Good. So here's the thing. If you didn't feel anything happening during that, keep at this. So just like with any new muscle training or any new exercises, it can take a while before our muscles really feel what's happening. So keep at this, keep working at this. We're going to continue with these core exercises, continue with the bracing so that we can build up our core stability and help improve our balance. Okay, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful day and happy abdominal bracing to you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.